if you breathe out your personal ambition and your personal push and force and trying to make it happen, you will actually acknowledge and see that life is naturally ambitious for you. So when you can breathe out with that personal ambition, you can actually lean into the ambition that life naturally has for you, always, already. Welcome to the Seeing in the Dark podcast, the podcast for the women of the ancient futures. Women that see beyond eyes and know beyond mind and are here to make a change from a deep communion with the mystery of life. Seeing in the Dark is about walking paths that have not been walked before and daring to show up for the mission and dream life that is knocking on your door. My name is Nicole Nima Costeres, mystic, medium, initiated priestess, and here to take you into the mysteries of purpose, power, ritual, and intuition. May you embody your own unique essence so deeply that your vibration naturally teaches, inspires, and assists others. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode, which is the last one that I am recording from Benin, West Africa in Mama Martine's temple. As you can see, I'm in her temple, and probably over the last few weeks you have seen me in this temple. Also, it's one of the reasons why maybe the quality of the video hasn't been as great as normally, because the internet here is on and off. Anyway, we can do an episode this week, and I'm super excited because I want to talk with you about 10 ways to skyrocket your business. These are 10 ways that I was reflecting on and asking myself, what were the 10 things that were super important reminders for myself or things to implement in my business that helped it to become what it is today? I, over the last 3 years, made over almost 600,000 euro in revenue before tax. Over the last 3 years, I built a team, including myself. We are 5 people supporting the mission of Women of Ancient Futures. I am supporting, together with my team, thousands of women each year in crystallizing their intuition, in showing up more fully in their power, in their mission, in teaching them how to facilitate ritual, psychic readings, so many different things. So today I want to talk about these 10 things to remember and to implement in your business. Some of them might be something you can give yourself permission in. Some of them might be an action step. Some of them might be support to consider. Just go through all of them and see which one you want to take with you today. So, number 1 is connect to the soul of your business. And I'm saying this on number 1 also because there is a 3-day online retreat coming up starting on the 12th of September. And in this retreat, you are going to connect with the soul of your business. But not only that, because we have 3 days together. In these 3 days, you're going to tap into the lifestyle and business beyond your wildest dreams. I take you on a journey from connecting to the soul of your business, connecting to the power of your intuition, but also teach you some practical tools and structures for your business. So these are 3 days for you to take that next step in your soul business. These are 3 days if you are done with hiding and you feel it's time to fully show yourself. These are 3 days if you're done with pushing and forcing because deep down you fear that it will never work out. And maybe you didn't even dare to take that first step with your business because you think there are already so many people doing it. Connecting to the soul of your business helps you to trust that this business that is knocking on your door is knocking on your door for a reason. It's choosing you for a reason because only you can bring it into the world the way you can, nobody else. Right? There is a unique vibration in the work that wants to come through you that nobody else can bring in this way. So connecting to the soul of your business gives you that trust and that courage and that deep remembrance that this mission is choosing you for a reason, and it's inviting you to give yourself that permission to fully show up for it. So you will find the link below this episode to register for Connect to the Soul of Your Business. We are a few hundred women already that they're going through these 3 days together. And I would love to journey with you in these 3 days as well. That was number one. Going to number two, this one helped me so much. It's to surround yourself with people that are also in a business, ideally in a soul-based business, people that work from their heart, that have like a soulful purpose. Because when you surround yourself with other people that are also having a business, you feel less weird. I remember all the way at the beginning when I was starting my business, in my friend circle, I was the only one. And all of them were so at home in having their 9 to 5 job. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a completely different mindset. Because what happened with me personally in a 9 to 5 job, I was a social worker. I started to feel stuck in a system that I wasn't fully standing behind. I could see how I was quickly reaching the ceiling of the amount of money I could make. I was feeling an incredible amount of potential inside of me that I felt wanted to come out. And in a 9 to 5, that was just not where it could come out for me. And I also was longing for more freedom to create a lifestyle that is free and where I can move by the power of my intuition and do whatever I want to do. So when you surround yourself with people that have that similar mindset, it becomes so much easier to find that deep trust that it's possible for you to do it as well, right? I remember when I hit my first 6-figure year, which was in 2020, sorry. And then I was the only one in my network that was making 6 figures, and my coach at the time. And I told her, I remember saying to my coach, wow, I really wish I was surrounded by more women that are also having 6-figure businesses, because you bump into completely different challenges when you start out with your business, when you have that first like 2,000 to 5,000 a month. And then when you have your first 6-figure year, it's completely different challenges that you bump into. So I wanted to surround myself with people that are going through those same challenges or have been going already through them, and they can inspire. And so I set up a mastermind group. I came together with them every month, and it helped me so much. So surrounding yourself with like-hearted people is an amazing way for your business to grow, because it will help you to ease into the knowing that this is possible for you, and you can allow yourself to be inspired by others as well. Number 3, don't be scared to invest in support. Looking back at my business, I can see that I wish I would have allowed support in much, much sooner. I was that strong, independent woman that thought I could do it all by myself. But there is a point in your business where you're gonna need support from others, whether it's from a mentor or whether it's from your team. Let me start with mentors. When I started to work with mentors, I realized that even though I have a super growth-focused mindset and I'm like having a lot of energy to build and expand and grow, I realized when there was a mentor that my mentor could see my dead angles. My mentor could see, where there were easy opportunities that I was not seeing because I was so used to walking in my way. And so working with mentors over the last 3.5 years or 3 years or so has completely changed my life and my business. It's actually the moment I started to work with business mentors that my business really started to take off, because they would challenge me. They would give me accountability. They would help me to leap into that next scary step, So don't be scared to invest in a mentor, because when you feel aligned with that mentor, and overall, I would say most of my mentors had a similar business model than I had, or had a similar, had some similarity, yet also were further down the road in terms of development in their business. Some of them were maybe more developed strategically. Others were maybe more developed, spiritually, actually, not really. But they were developed more in some areas than me, so they could teach me a lot about that. Yeah, so don't be scared to invest into mentors. And also, don't be scared to invest in team. Could be your first virtual assistant, because looking back also, I was doing the work of 10 people. And I think we all have this in our business. You're doing the work of, I mean, first of all, you're doing like 10 different functions inside your business, right? You are the facilitator, you are the coach, you are the web designer, you are the maybe even photographer, you are the content creator, you're the podcast manager, you are the, I don't know how many different roles we have in our business, especially at the beginning. And some of those tasks that we are doing, we're simply not that good at, or it just is not in our zone of genius, right? So I found myself literally doing the work of 3 people and going towards the edge of burnout before I was ready to take on my first team member. So it's like too long of a wait. And I think a lot of people think that when you hire someone in your team that it costs this crazy amount of money. And sure, at some point, like at the moment, I have 4 team members and I pay them every month. So they are with a set amount of hours each month working for me. And sure, then it costs a certain amount of money. But at the beginning, I would sometimes ask support in exchange for joining one of my programs. You can also hire someone for a lower amount and say, it can be someone from your network that really loves what you're doing. And you say, hey, would you like to help me out? Even if it's 3 hours a week or 4 hours a week. And you can give all those things that you don't really have to do or want to do to your virtual assistant. And oh my God, it was such a scary step for me, but it gave so much back. It gave so much back. Besides the time freedom, it gives space for you to focus on what you're really good at in your business. It gives you like space to develop your business and work on your business instead of only in your business. So don't be scared to start taking that step, even if it's on exchange in the beginning or at a lower price. My first team member started working at a really low price, and I told her, I said, you will grow with me as I'm growing. And she did. Within 6 months, she almost doubled her hourly rate. Number 4, learn new systems, structures, and strategies. And this word, strategies, I was allergic to this word before 3 years ago because I thought strategies, sales, and marketing was manipulation. And let's be honest, I think for a lot of businesses, it is manipulation. But I came to find out over the years that sales and marketing is nothing else but giving a full stage to the offers that you love so much. It's being the spokesperson for the soul of your business. And if you are not going to be that spokesperson, then nobody is, right? So it has nothing to do with manipulation. It can, but it doesn't have to. You can be there from the full love in your heart for the work that wants to come through you. And it doesn't even have to be personally connected to you. It's the soul of your business that wants to birth through you, right? So when you start to see that less personally, so to speak, and start to see it more as an offering for the world, something that the world is actually waiting for and wanting, and then embracing those structures and tools and strategies in your business that match you. I am not a person that stands for cookie cutter strategies, like it always needs to be this certain way with this amount of emails and this amount of posting. No, because what I have actually at number 5 is to always keep your intuition and synchronicities and magic number 1. This is always number 1 in my business. I always prioritize the power of my intuition. But if I would have only been in my business from flowing and just seeing where it takes me in each moment, I would not have been able to build what Women of Ancient Futures is today. There is a lot of systems and structures and strategies in its place that help me to stay relaxed, that help me for some parts of the business to continue going even when I'm traveling, like now for 1 month in Benin, right? So structures and strategies can be there to support you, that you can lean into, that you can rest into. So these structures, they help to build a solid foundation in your business. And the power of your intuition can choose the right structures and strategies for you. right? The power of your intuition can tweak and adjust the strategies and structures and systems to what really feels true for you. And this is, I feel, where the magic happens, when we can bring the power of our intuition together with the power of systems and structures and strategies and tools. Gold, gold. And I think my experience actually is that the power of your intuition in your business can flow so much better when the right system, structures, and strategies are in its place. It is very busy here in Martine's house today. We actually had the donations that many of you have been making. I think we had around 80 people donating for Credo's first initiation ceremony. I'm making a post about it on Instagram, so you can check out there what we did exactly. But there's a lot of people here today. So if you think like, what are all these sounds around? There's not really a closed room that I can go into to record. So bear with me. Let's go into number 6. Heal yourself from limitations so you can discern when you are stuck in fear and when it's just intuition calling you into your next leap. Yeah. This is so important because the growth of your business goes together with the growth and expansion and healing of you. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. If businesses are built from a place disconnected from your soul and your essence, they collapse. If businesses are built from going around the things that actually want to heal inside of you, I've seen collapses happening, right? So I believe it's really important to, when your business triggers certain things inside of you, that you take the time to heal those things, that you take the time to zoom in or zoom out and ask for support from coaches and mentors or healers and help you through it. Because if you neglect your healing journey, it will catch up on you. It will catch up on you. So I think for some of us, if you are like me, then your whole path with your business started from your healing journey, right? That's the case for me. I was on my healing journey, just gathering so many beautiful teachings and modalities and methods that at some point I was overflowing with that, and I started to offer it from my business. And I see this also with a lot of women I work with, that the healing journey is actually the starting point for them. But for some of you, it might not be, and that's okay. But just make sure that you never neglect your own healing journey, because when you can take care of your own healing journey, it will do your business so, so well. Because when you cannot carry yourself as a solid foundation inside yourself through your own processes, through your own pains, through your own trauma healings, then how can your business have a solid foundation? At least in my world, that feels strange. So the more solid the foundation inside yourself, the easier it will be for your business to have a solid foundation as well. At least also a solid foundation in a business that feels deeply and truly aligned with your core. Number 7, you don't have to be the one pulling and doing. Allow yourself to be done. And here is a piece I want to speak to about personal ambition. This was one big process. I mean, I had many of them, but this year I have another big one where I could see suddenly the places that have still been pushing or like trying to go on personal ambition, like I am the one that's going to do this. When actually, if you breathe out your personal ambition and your personal push and force and trying to make it happen, you will actually acknowledge and see that life is naturally ambitious for you. So when you can breathe out with that personal ambition, you can actually lean into the ambition that life naturally has for you, always, already. I mean, look back at your life and all the synchronicities and the meetings and the situations that you came across and the amount of growth that has been happening from it. That was not you doing that. That was life orchestrating that for you. It was life being ambitious for you. So can you allow life to be ambitious for you and let go of that personal push and force and ambition? The more I relax into life's ambition for me, the more easeful my life and business feel, and the more easeful also my business grows. Having that said, you might be on the other side of the spectrum where you are hiding and postponing and, like not wanting to come out. And then you sometimes need to give yourself a little kick in the butt. Number 8, remember that growth in your business is cyclical. It will not go in an endless curve up. And I've seen this with women that make their first $500 a month, their $5,000 a month, their $50,000 a month, their $500,000 a month. Your business growth is never in one steady line. Or maybe I should not say never. Maybe there are people that have that, but rarely. When I look at my colleagues, most of them have like a curve that maybe goes up a lot, and then it dips down a little bit, and then it goes up again, and then it dips down a little bit. And it makes sense because everything in life is cyclical, especially for us women. We have our monthly cycle where we have weeks of the month where we are more outward, weeks of the month where we are more inward. Like the ocean has cycles where it's more in ebb and where it's more in flow. Right? Nature has cycles where we have the winter where everything pulls in and the summer where everything is fully out. And it's the same with your business. So there is times where you feel very outward. You want to put out new offers, new content. You're super stable in your weekly newsletter. You are growing a lot with your income. And then there is a time where suddenly your income doesn't seem to grow that much, or it's actually dipping, where then it triggers all the new fears that were hiding in a little corner and you didn't see before, right? Trust that, because the peaks are for celebration, the dips are for integration. The peaks are for celebration, the dips are for integration. And this is very important. The integration of that dip might be sometimes even more important than the celebration of the peak. I mean, they're both important because celebration was something I really had to learn also. But the integration of the dip is where everything that opened in the peak can truly land in your body, in your system, in your nervous system. Yeah. I remember the first time when I made my 6-figure year, my nervous system was completely upset and confused. I was in and out of bed for 3 weeks. I was crying. I was confused. I was feeling overwhelmed. I didn't know how to receive it. My nervous system didn't know how to receive it. So I needed weeks and months to integrate that, to actually teach my body or let my body relax into the knowing that it's okay. It's okay. I can embrace this. I can build my team now. I can do so many beautiful things now with that, So trust the cyclical nature of your business. When suddenly it dips, nothing is wrong. Life is still working for you. Remember that. Life is still working for you, and it always does, and it always will. Number 9, always hold your business with an open hand, willing to let go and give back to life. Doesn't mean you have to throw your business overboard every month. But what I mean with that is sometimes you might have a plan and life takes you in a different direction. Yeah. For me, beginning of the year, I had the plan to launch my mastermind, to keep focusing fully on the business aspects in my business, mentoring a lot of women in their business. And then suddenly life had another plan. And it said, you know what? Instead of having all this business at the center, you are now going to focus on implementing more the work with ritual and teaching also ritual facilitation to the women you work with. So still, women and business are my dream clients, my ideal women to work with. But besides coaching them with their business, which I absolutely love as well, I'm also now coaching them in ritual facilitation. I'm coaching them in mediumship and how to offer psychic readings, mediumship readings, to their clients. So there is a whole, not necessarily new, but that aspect of my work wanted to expand so that all of it feels truly deeply authentic with who I am. So instead of holding on to that plan of, no, this was the plan, I'm going to do this, I was available and flexible for any changes that life wanted to bring to me. Yeah. Which meant I created rites of passage together with my dear friend Sia, and we guided 35 women through teaching them about ritual and ceremony and how to facilitate that to their community, to their clients, to their family, to their children. And it's an amazing program. So I'm so happy that I listened and went with that change. And now I can say, yes, it can be scary to, for a moment, let go of something that has been providing so much safety in your business. And your business will not feel fulfilling if you have to leave yourself behind at some point, right? So I always say to life, I will always choose what feels truly authentic to me. Even if it means my business needs to crumble down partly or fully, I'm here for it because I know that all of me needs to be taken along. Otherwise, I will feel empty and unhappy in my work. Because feeling empty and unhappy is not only in the 9 to 5 that I had. I've had some periods in my business where I could feel that. And then I knew something needs to change here. I need to leave something behind or something new needs to come in because I feel empty. Something is not right here, right? So holding your business with an open hand will always have you available for any changes that life wants to bring to you. And now I have another mastermind coming up where I will be teaching and guiding and mentoring women in their business, which I absolutely love. And there is so much more also the temple work woven into the leadership work that I'm doing with the women. And there is a new year training coming up where I guide women fully into the realm of facilitation in reading and rituals and mysticism and all the things. So yes, sometimes you let go of something and it spirals back, like it did with me. Sometimes you let go of something and it doesn't spiral back. And it's up to us to trust that, to trust life with that. All right. Number 10, and this has been an important reminder for myself, and it still is at times. Don't rush your business growth. Don't try to force your business growth. Just remember that you are building your life's work. You are building your dream castle. And when you can put each brick in that castle with all your love and care, there will be an amazing dream house at the end of the ride. When you're trying to force it and make it happen and make it go quick, when I work, for example, with my clients one-on-one, my one-on-one clients are usually women that I help to work towards their first six-figure year, which is so much fun. But when I mentor them, for example, for 3 months, I say, let's focus on one, maximum 2 things, and let's do them really, really well. Because when I can mentor you in these 1 or 2 things really, really well, they will last with you for many more years to come, right? But if we're going to try to do 10 things a little bit, it will be chaotic and you will come out of the mentorship chaotic. So less is more, and slow and steady is something that I really stand for. It doesn't mean that with slow and steady, exponential growth cannot happen. My experience looking back, so much exponential growth happened, but it was because I was surrendered to that slow and steady. And life would just did bring these exponential waves sometimes into my business, but slow and steady. Remember, you are building your life's work. You have time. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to hit your first 6 figures in 6 months and build a cart house that then with one blow falls apart. No, you want to take care of your health. You want to take care of integrating your growth. So slow and steady, putting each brick of your dream business in there with all the love and care, and you will build a super solid foundation, a super solid house that you can live in for as long as you want to. I want to thank you so much. It's also nice to know, with the opening of the 3-day online retreat, Connect to the Soul of Your Business, through which you can register below this episode, I also opened registration for the mastermind, a new round starting on the 27th of September. You are a soul leader mastermind. We will work together with an intimate group of women for 6 months, where we're going to dive into all the things that I just shared and so much more. This mastermind is a combination of leadership, so very much cultivating your confidence, cultivating daring to show yourself, relaxing any places where you are pushing, really getting clear on what your gifts are, what your clear message is with your business, and more business aspects also, where we go into tools and strategies, from setting up powerful webinars to moving away from your hourly rate to more packages that you can create. We go into the psychic launching of your programs and courses. There's so much in there. There's also a lot of tools in the online school where I help you to set up your podcast if you want, set up your newsletter. There's templates in there. There is so much in there, a lot of business tools and structures, and a lot of deep inner work that we're going to do. And I think, like I said earlier, that combination is gold. So the You Are a Soul Leader Mastermind is open 27th of September. Start a new round. Women that join this mastermind are usually coaches, facilitators, ritualists, body workers, writers, dancers, creatives, artists, anything like along the lines that I am doing. So women that are usually like having like some form of a soul-based business, some form of love for being a conscious entrepreneur, along those lines. So if you want to find out more about the mastermind, check also the link below this episode. And if you want to get more information, everything is on the website. But I would say the best taster is to come into the 3-day Connect to the Soul of Your Business retreat, where you receive so much value already and get a really good, clear image on if and how the mastermind could support you as well. I send you so much love. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you also for joining me on my journey to Benin. While this episode will come out, I will actually be just back in Amsterdam. And hopefully I'll see you on the 12th of September to connect with the soul of your business, and maybe also on the 27th of September to start the new round of the mastermind. Much love.